The air shifts today, not subtly, not like a whisper of change you might ignore, but like the world itself has tilted just enough to reveal a doorway you have been standing in front of. Perhaps unaware. Right now, as Mars aligns with Jupiter, the universe is pressing its hand gently, but insistently against your shoulder, nudging you forward. This is not a moment to hesitate. This is a moment that will define the trajectory of your next months, maybe even the next years.
What you
Have been waiting for, hoping for, preparing for, in quiet moments alone. In whispered prayers, in restless nights, Sid is here. You can feel it if you pause long enough, if you allow your senses to register the subtle hum in your chest, the quickened pulse under your ribs, the sudden clarity that cuts through fog that has lingered for weeks, months, even years. You may have felt stagnant, a heaviness that pressed down on your shoulders, that whispered constantly that you were not moving fast enough, doing enough, being enough. It has not been easy. Silence may have felt like isolation. Waiting may have felt like punishment. The universe has been testing your patience, refining your focus. And now, it is ready to reward not just your persistence, but your willingness to cross the threshold, to step into a space of audacious action. Mars brings the spark, the courage, the fire, the raw drive. Jupiter brings the expansion, the luck, the unseen hands that shift circumstances in your favor when you take bold steps. Together, they are a cosmic match designed to propel you forward, but only if you recognize the doorway before you and step through it. For weeks, perhaps months, you have been caught between hesitation and longing. Perhaps in your work you have felt stalled, waiting for recognition or a breakthrough that never seemed to arrive. Perhaps in your relationships, you have been testing boundaries, hoping for clarity, aching for truth, only to be met with silence or ambiguity. Perhaps inside your own mind, you have been aware that something is ready to shift, yet fear has kept you tethered to what is familiar, safe, and known. The Mars-Jupiter alignment does not tolerate delay. It is a cosmic call to action, a bell, tolling urgently at the edges of your perception, reminding you that the threshold is now. You are being asked to move not in caution, but in courage. You are being asked to act boldly, decisively, unapologetically. Now is the time to notice what has been waiting in the shadows. This alignment illuminates opportunities that have been present, but unseen, hidden behind patterns of doubt, self-criticism, and delayed timing. You may begin to recognize them now. A project, a connection, an idea, a decision that has lingered in your thoughts, waiting for the green light that only this cosmic moment provides. These are not illusions. These are real openings, ready to be claimed. Yet the threshold is delicate. Step too cautiously, and the momentum dissipates. Step too recklessly, and clarity can be lost. The universe is asking for your awareness, your intention, your readiness to move with both courage and discernment. Emotionally, you may feel a surge that is almost unbearable. Restlessness in the chest, a quickening heartbeat that feels like a drumbeat marking the entrance to your personal battlefield and your personal victory. The mind may race, connecting dots you hadn't noticed, revealing truths that have always been under the surface, whispering that you are ready. Spiritually, you may feel a sense of alignment, a recognition that the universe has been preparing you, teaching you, shaping you for this precise moment. Physically, it may manifest as energy spikes, sudden bursts of motivation, the urge to act, to move, to claim your space in ways you have not allowed yourself to before. Allow it, but also breathe into it. The threshold requires both fire and control, expansion, and grounding. Financially, this alignment is potent. Mars ignites your initiative, your drive to pursue what is rightfully yours. Jupiter expands the possibilities, bringing luck, timing, and opportunity. But this is not random. Wealth, it is aligned, strategic abundance. You may find doors opening. 2 contracts, collaborations, investments, or financial breakthroughs that have been stalled. Watch carefully. Observe where your energy naturally flows, where your intuition points. Do not chase abundance blindly. The universe is asking you to recognize the openings that align with your true path and step through them. Protection of resources is essential. Guard your energy as diligently as your finances. What you choose to act upon now has the potential to multiply, but only if you honor your discernment as much as your ambition. Your body will tell you when you are aligned or misaligned with this energy. Sleep patterns may fluctuate, and sudden bursts of wakefulness may bring clarity or anxiety. Tension may gather in the throat or chest, a physical echo of the decisions you are on the verge of making. Hydrate. Protect your nervous system. Allow yourself moments of rest, even as your mind races with new possibilities. This is a cosmic invitation to embody the threshold fully, not just in thought, but in breath, in movement, in physical presence. Your body is your anchor as you step into this expansive, activating energy. In relationships, the threshold is equally vivid. Mars demands honesty and action, while Jupiter expands awareness and opportunity. You may find truths surfacing that have long been buried beneath polite avoidance or silent compromise. Conversations that once seemed impossible may now carry clarity and resolution. Emotional honesty is paramount. Boundaries must be respected, not only yours but others. Mixed signals, half-truths, and passive inaction will no longer be tolerated, either by you or by those around you. Observe behaviors rather than words. Feel the energy behind gestures. Stand firm in your self-respect and in your willingness to step into relationships that support your growth. Let go of those that do not. Actionable guidance is clear. This is not the moment to wait. Journal your intentions, clarify your goals, and identify the areas where bold moves are required. One courageous conversation, one strategic decision, one shift in behavior can unlock momentum that carries through the rest of the year. Watch your impulses, but do not overthink. Discernment and courage must dance together. Protect your energy. Step into opportunities with precision, not recklessness. The threshold is yours to claim, but it will not remain open indefinitely. The 3 zodiac signs most affected are Aries, Sagittarius, and Leo. Aries, you feel the call in your very bones, the fire of Mars urging you to act, Jupiter expanding. Your reach, your courage, is your greatest asset now. Sagittarius, your vision expands dramatically. Long-held dreams can crystallize into reality if you take the step the universe is asking. Leo, your personal power is magnified. Confidence, creativity, and boldness are highlighted. Claim what is rightfully yours without apology. Each of you stands on the threshold of transformation, and the alignment demands action aligned with intention, heart, and vision. The threshold is not abstract, it is real, it is tangible. It is the point between the life you have known and the life you are ready to claim. The universe has aligned Mars and Jupiter as a cosmic signal that you are ready. The doorway is open. The energy is ripe. Your bold move will not just shift your external circumstances, it will shift you, your confidence, your sense of purpose, your destiny. Step carefully, but step decisively. The universe is watching, and the time is now. As the threshold waits before you, you may notice a subtle trembling inside, a recognition that life as you have known it is shifting, that the patterns of hesitation, the cycles of waiting, the moments where you questioned your own worth, are beginning to fracture under the force of this cosmic alignment. You may feel as though the floor beneath you has always been slightly unstable, and yet today the ground solidifies beneath your feet. Mars ignites your initiative, your primal drive to claim what is yours, and Jupiter spreads wide the horizon of possibility, as though the universe itself is pushing you toward the edge and whispering, "Step forward, step boldly. The other side is waiting." Do not underestimate the intensity of what is unfolding. Emotionally, this period can feel like a wave, carrying both exhilaration and fear. Your heart may surge with anticipation, and yet in the same moment, your mind may whisper old doubts, attempting to anchor you in hesitation. These are the final shadows of the old cycle trying to cling to you, to delay the leap you are ready to make. The threshold is not a gentle invitation, it is a summons. And to cross it, you must trust in the force that propels you, trust in yourself. Trust in the timing, and trust in the unseen orchestration of the cosmos that has aligned these two planetary powers on your behalf. You may notice that clarity comes in flashes. One moment, a choice seems impossible. The next, the path lights up as if illuminated by a divine torch. This is the work of the Mars-Jupiter alignment, sudden insight that is undeniable. The dreams you have held onto with quiet desperation are no longer distant echoes. They are tangible, touchable, actionable. Look for signs in small moments. A conversation that lands differently, an opportunity that appears unexpectedly, or a sudden instinct guiding you in a precise direction. These are not coincidences. They are markers along the threshold, confirming that you are moving in alignment with the flow of cosmic favor. Mentally, you may feel more alert than usual. Thoughts sharpen, connections between past choices and future outcomes crystallize. Decisions that once felt clouded are now clear, even if intimidating. It is natural to feel a mixture of excitement and apprehension. The universe does not hand you power without responsibility. But take heart. The nervous energy you feel is the fuel you need to act, to cross this threshold, to initiate change with intention and focus. Physically, Mars-Jupiter energy can manifest in sudden bursts of energy, tension in the body, or restlessness. You may feel an urgency to move, to clean, to create, or to speak. The threshold is not crossed from stillness alone. Your body is your vessel for this activation. Engage it wisely. Exercise, movement, or even simple breathing exercises can help. Channel this energy without burning out. Nourish yourself, hydrate, and rest strategically. This alignment asks for both action and stewardship of your vessel, so you arrive at your bold moves, grounded, clear, and fully present. Now, consider the domain of abundance and finances. Mars-Jupiter energy is intensely catalytic for money, investments, career opportunities, and self-worth. The universe is not just giving you energy, it is opening doors that may have been blocked by your hesitation or by circumstances outside your control. If you have been waiting for a promotion, a deal, a contract, or a business breakthrough, this is the precise moment to act. But pay attention to the threshold. The opportunity may require courage, clear thinking, and risk that is measured, not reckless. Jupiter expands what it touches, but it does not guarantee success without initiative. If you have been holding back from asking, from negotiating, from claiming what is rightfully yours, the threshold today demands action. This is a period to recognize where scarcity thinking has held you back and to step into a mindset of strategic abundance, embracing the openings the cosmos presents in matters of the body and health. The threshold calls for listening. Mars energy can be fiery, producing restlessness or tension. Jupiter energy can expand sensations, magnifying both vitality and stress. Notice your energy levels, patterns of restlessness, and signals from your body. It may manifest as tightness in the chest, a fluttering in the heart, or tension in the shoulders and neck. These are not obstacles, they are markers, guiding you to slow, mindful engagement with your own energy. Prioritize grounding practices, meditation, deep breaths, short periods of silence, and consistent hydration. Your body is a sacred tool for crossing this threshold, and caring for it ensures that the momentum you build will carry you far. And Shonef. Relationships are where the threshold is most palpable. Mars-Jupiter demands truth and courage, and in partnerships, friendships, or family connections, the alignment exposes what is ready to evolve. Conversations that have been avoided, emotions that have been suppressed, and desires that have been ignored will surface. You may find that silence, once a refuge, now feels heavy with unspoken truths. You may notice behaviors that reveal intentions, and commitments that words alone have failed to convey. Observe closely. Take note of patterns rather than reacting immediately. The universe asks you to act, but it also asks you to act from clarity, discernment, and self-respect. emotional honesty, courage to speak, and the discernment to recognize alignment or misalignment are your guides across this threshold. Now, let us speak directly to the 3 zodiac signs most affected. Aries, this is your moment of ignition. Mars fuels your courage, and Jupiter amplifies your potential. You may feel a surge in ambition, a boldness that propels you toward decisions you have long postponed. This is not a time for hesitation or overanalysis. Trust your instincts, claim your power, and act decisively. Opportunities in your career, financial endeavors, or personal passions are ripe if you step with confidence. The universe supports you. The threshold you face now is literal and symbolic. It is the bridge between fear and empowerment. It with clarity and integrity. And the expansion that follows will feel almost miraculous. Sagittarius, your horizon stretches wider than ever before. Jupiter, your ruling planet, aligns with Mars, igniting a period of accelerated growth and spiritual activation. Long-held visions, dreams, and intentions that may have felt distant or unattainable are now within reach. This is a threshold of alignment. The universe tests not just your readiness to expand materially, but your willingness to embrace truth, to act with integrity, and to step beyond comfort. Financial opportunities, creative projects, and personal breakthroughs are now within reach, but they require courage and discernment. Pay attention to subtle signs, inner nudges, and synchronicities. They will guide you across the threshold safely and powerfully, Leo. The threshold before you is radiant with possibility. Your personal power is magnified, your presence amplified, and your creativity is ignited. Mars fuels your courage, and Jupiter blesses your bold initiatives. You are being asked to claim recognition, success, and personal sovereignty with clarity and confidence. In relationships, financial decisions, and personal projects, step forward without apology. This is not a moment for passive waiting or small gestures. The threshold demands a conscious claim of your power. Your energy will ripple outward, influencing both your reality and the people around you. Step forward boldly, Leo, and embrace the expansion that awaits. Now is the time to consider the subtle, often overlooked aspect of this alignment: internal alignment. Beyond finances, beyond relationships, beyond opportunities, there is the threshold of self. Mars-Jupiter asks you to act in accordance with your authentic desires, your deeper purpose, and your own moral compass. This is a period of profound activation, where alignment of intention and action is paramount. Are you stepping forward from fear, obligation, or neediness? Or are you stepping from clarity, courage, and purpose? The answer determines whether the threshold you cross will lead to expansion or exhaustion. The energy may manifest as sudden clarity in dreams or intuitive insights. You may wake with ideas fully formed, solutions appearing like flashes of lightning in your mind. Journaling these moments, speaking them aloud, or taking immediate aligned action will anchor these revelations. This is how the threshold becomes tangible, not through abstract thought, but through deliberate, courageous, and intentional action. Emotionally, you may encounter a spectrum of sensations. Excitement, anticipation, and thrill may mingle with fear, doubt, and hesitation. You may feel the weight of past cycles pressing against your chest, memories that ask you to release, and lessons that insist on closure. Tears may come unexpectedly. Clarity may strike suddenly, and physical sensations may mirror the emotional intensity: fluttering heart, tingling limbs, restlessness. Embrace these as markers, not obstacles. They are the threshold's way of guiding you toward fully conscious activation. In finances, be alert to sudden opportunities, yes, but also to timing. Jupiter expands rapidly, but Mars demands initiative. A misstep could mean a delay, while a courageous move aligned with clarity could open doors that remain open for months. Pay attention to patterns in your financial life that have previously limited you for based decision-making, hesitation, or undervaluing your worth. The threshold demands release of old scarcity narratives, replaced by conscious, empowered action.